So while everyone else has been whinging and moaning about XRP never doing anything, we have been quietly waiting patiently for a move like we're seeing today. So I want to discuss why XRP's price is going up, what I'm seeing, and I also want to go through what we just had, which was Brad speaking at a very important meeting. So I want you guys to be fully up to date with everything today when it comes to XRP and crypto. Do me a favor, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button.
XRP 상승이 최근 리플Ceo 브래드갈링하우스의 연설과 관련이 있다는데요. 연설 내용과 함께 앞으로 시장에 어떤 일이 벌어질지 8년차 영국 트레이더 코너의 의견을 들어보겠습니다.
So right now, today, what do we have? The first leading US company to be sued by the SEC, which is Ripple, is talking before the Senate right now, literally half an hour or so ago. So I want to discuss that and show you that. But just before we do, Bitcoin's price right now, $109,000. So moving upwards, we're seeing this reflect in the overall altcoin market, which today is green pretty much across the board. And then specifically, we see XRP up today as well. A lot of that, I think, may be to do with this meeting. So let's check it out together and see what Brad Garlinghouse had to say.
I will turn to Mr. Garlinghouse. You are now recognized for 5 minutes.
Good morning, Chair Scott, Ranking Member Warren, and members of the committee. Thank you for the opportunity to appear before you today. My name is Brad Garlinghouse. I'm the CEO of Ripple. Ripple has approximately 900 employees across our 15 offices worldwide. We were founded more than a decade ago with a mission to enable the Internet of Value, a world where money moves like information does today. We build software products that power cross-border payments, stablecoins, and digital custody. Ripple helps financial institutions reduce friction, unlock efficiencies, and serve their customers better. These are not abstract concepts. We work every day with banks that rely on our technology to deliver real results in the global economy. Ripple leverages the XRP ledger, a decentralized, battle-tested, open-source blockchain, as well as its native digital asset, XRP, to facilitate payments. XRP is built to enable fast, low-cost, and highly scalable transactions. From the start, Ripple made the deliberate choice to work with policymakers and regulators, not around them. We have taken a compliance-first approach, operating with over 60 payment, service, crypto, and money transmitter licenses domestically and globally. With regard to the topic of this hearing, we believe smart legislation should be based on several core principles. Consumers need protection from fraud and scams. Markets need proper oversight. Bad actors need to be kept in check.
Funny, all of this was basically stifled by the SEC, who's meant to provide those things for, whatever the situation is. And yet they were holding regulation back and stopping it up until recently, right?
And innovation must thrive. A constructive and workable framework for digital assets and stablecoins that achieves these goals will expand access to financial markets, create jobs, strengthen the economy, and put the U.S. on the path to being a global blockchain and crypto leader. For the last decade, the legal and regulatory uncertainty surrounding crypto has prohibited meaningful progress in the U.S. At Ripple, we certainly saw firsthand how the lack of clear rules of the road can be weaponized to target good actors. In turn, the technology, jobs, and tax dollars that go with it are pushed offshore, reducing regulatory oversight and putting consumers at higher risk. This has severely harmed American businesses, investors, and of most concerned, consumers. Ripple was the tip of the spear for this regulation by enforcement campaign and was subject to an enforcement action in 2020. We were the first leading US company to be sued by the SEC. We and many others understood that a loss here would be a death knell for the industry. Fortunately, after 4 years of a hard-fought legal battle, we prevailed. The court ruled in our favor on everything that mattered, including finding that the token XRP.
And I think this here is one of the reasons why XRP is moving today. Of course, we already knew this information, but maybe there's new bigger whales that didn't know the information, or they were reminded of this information.
XRP is not, in and of itself, a security. Our victory cleared the path for other market participants to fight back. Despite these headwinds, Ripple still prioritizes education and engagement with policymakers and regulators globally. For companies to have the confidence to continue doing business in the United States, Congress should focus on passing principled and smart legislation with these critical goals in mind. First, set clear jurisdictional boundaries for our main financial regulators. Second, establish pathways for companies to build in the US without sacrificing investor or consumer protections. And third, ensure that the US can be a global leader in crypto by taking full advantage of the benefits and efficiencies brought by digital assets and blockchain technologies. The US possesses the world's deepest capital markets, the most advanced technical talent, and a spirit of innovation that has powered our nation since its founding. There is no reason we should not be the undisputed leader in digital assets and blockchain. Over 55 million Americans participate in the crypto economy today, equating to over a $3.3 trillion market cap. A smart regulatory framework for crypto market structure is essential to realize that future and is overdue. Speaking on behalf of the crypto industry, I urge you to prioritize the passage of market structure legislation for digital assets through this committee and the full Senate, to provide the rules and regulations needed to ensure that the US becomes the crypto capital of the world. Once market structure legislation for digital assets becomes law in the United States, this will catalyze a new era of US competitiveness and unlock efficiencies in financial transactions, dramatically helping consumers and businesses alike. Ripple hopes to see this become a reality, and we look forward to working with you to help make this happen.
So that meeting, coupled with the fact that Bitcoin's price action is also doing well today, coupled with the fact that this guy right here just said he was going to invest 250 million into Ethereum, leads me to believe there is a chance. Now, this isn't a guaranteed chance, but there is a chance that we may move into an alt season soon. Now, you can see we have just broken out of the trenches of a Bitcoin season, and this may reverse straight back into a Bitcoin season, and we may just have to say goodbye. I don't know what will happen, but right now the breakout could be on, and we may move up. So we are today also seeing Ethereum's 24-hour volume surpassing Bitcoin. So this is all positive news, coupled with Bitcoin dominance, which has also been going down for the last few weeks here. All could lead to altcoins finally making their move. And of course, this would bolster XRP's price even more. Now, me personally, I'm positioned in Solana, Ethereum, XRP, Sui, and Bitcoin in my low leverage trading portfolio because I don't know which one is going to benefit the most. It may be XRP, it may be Solana, it may be something that I'm not invested in, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.